Hi friends, welcome back to Lonnie's Library. I'm Yolani. Today's video is going to be a little bit of a reading vlog. I have a few kind of cozy, exciting reading plans. I just got out the shower, I had the most amazing bath, and now I'm about to read for the night. Tomorrow I am going to be shampooing my hair. I'm also going to go to the park and have a little bit of a picnic. Probably go to the store and get a salad and like some snacks, and then literally bake in the sun for 5 hours. Like, I just want to spend the whole day outside. Like, I'm not playing. And then I'm also going to the library. At the library, I already have about 4 books on hold, but you know me, baby. When I go into the library, I've got to check out every shelf. And I know we've got quite a few new releases, especially some new black romance releases, but I've gotta see if the library has them, y'all. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be reading in this vlog. I'm not sure. I'm currently reading A Treacherous Curse. I want to finish this tonight, and I'm making a separate vlog on the entirety of the Veronica Speedwell series. Over there, I literally have all 9 books. I'm doing a reading vlog that's going to be like an hour long for all 9 books. That really won't be in this vlog because I really plan to finish this tonight. Y'all are going to see in that vlog how much I absolutely adore this series. It's so good to me. It's so nostalgic. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to the library, which means y'all will be getting a little bit of a library haul. And I also have a few options that I already own physically and on my Kindle that I can read. On my Kindle, I have When I Think of You by Maya Ariel. Sarah really loves this book. Sarah read that on Book Talk, really loves this book. So I'm probably going to be reading that soon. I know it also takes place in the Hollywood scene, which, if y'all don't know, Real by Kennedy Ryan is one of my favorite romance books ever, and it takes place in the Hollywood scene. It's about a film director and an actress. I adore that book. Kennedy Ryan is one writing woman, baby. She's playing no games, okay? And I'm hoping that this book kind of gives a similar vibe to Real. I just got done reading Wild and Shore by Casey Mills. We'll be doing a whole book recommendation video on cowboy romances. I've just been trying to get a few under my belt, so I'm recommending y'all multiple books and not just like 5. I'm trying to at least have 10 books that I recommend y'all in that video. But anyway, that's besides the point. I read that maybe 2 days ago. Fire. It was a fun time. I liked it. I'm not gonna say too much about it because, like I said, I'll be talking about it in that video very soon, because summertime is the best time for some cowboy romance books. But anyway, that's really all on my Kindle that I can read. But I'm kind of not in the mood for a romance right now, because this series, the entire Veronica Speedwell series, is historical fiction, romance, and mystery all together. It's very good. It's very good. That has kind of made me not really be in the mood for a romance, because I've literally read 3 of these books back to back, and I kind of want a palate cleanser. So I also have literary fiction, The Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat by Edward Kelsey Moore. This, from what I know, is almost like a lighthearted but also somber a little bit story about these different church ladies that go to the same restaurant every Sunday together. Earl's All You Can Eat is home away from home for this inseparable Plainview, Indiana trio. Dubbed the Supremes by high school pals in the tumultuous 1960s, they weather life's storms together for the next 4 decades. Now, during their most challenging year yet, dutiful, proud, and talented Clarice must struggle to keep up with appearances as she deals with her husband's humiliating infidelities. Oh, don't trigger me. Beautiful, fragile Barbara Jean is rocked by the tragic reverberations of the youthful love affair. Oh, and fearless Odette engages in the most terrifying battle of her life while contending with the idea that she has inherited more than her broad frame from her notorious pot-smoking mother, Dora. I think this book is told from Odette's point of view, by the way. Through marriage, children, happiness, and the blues, these strong, funny women gather each Sunday at the table at Earl's Diner for delicious food, juicy gossip, and occasional tears and uproarious banter. Oh, that's so cute. Y'all, I think I might be reading this next. Honestly, I'm in such a mood for something like this. Now, I am intrigued to see how this man is going to write women. I don't read a lot of books by men because I read a lot of books about women on accident. That's not really on purpose. If y'all have any good book recommendations by men, about men preferably, please let me know. But I don't read a lot of books by men that's about women because I can tell that it's written by a man. Just the way that they write and describe women and like make them talk and make them act, I'm like, a man definitely wrote this. But I'm interested to see how this goes. It's gossip, it's fun, witty banter, but it's also like some seriousness of being mid-age, I'm pretty sure is the age range of these characters. I'm so excited. My mom loves this book. I'm actually going to be reading her copy, which is this copy. So this is probably what I'm going to be reading next. It sounds so good. But I also have A Duke, the Lady, and a Baby by Vanessa Riley. I just bought this book. This one says, when headstrong West Indian heiress Patience Jordan questioned her English husband's mysterious suicide, she lost everything. Most devastatingly, her newborn son Lionel. Falsely persecuted, she risked her life to be near him, disguising herself in order to be hired as her son's nanny. Oh. But working for his unsuspecting new guardian, Busick Strathmore, Duke of Repington, has perils of its own, especially when Patience discovers his strictness, bellies, an x-ray of unswerving honor, and unexpected passion. Is this gonna be a little romance? I literally just said I'm not in the mood for a romance and start giggling about this possibly being a romance book. I'm sorry, friend. I can't make up my mind. A wounded military hero, Repington is determined to resolve his dead cousin's dangerous financial dealings for Lionel's sake. But that's a minor skirmish compared to dealing with the forthright, courageous, and alluring Patience. Somehow she's breaking all his rules and sweeping past his defenses. Soon, between enemies and obstacles, they form a fragile trust. But will it be enough to save the future they long to dare together? This sounds so good, but like I said, I don't know if I'm in the mood for a romance. Like, I don't want to start something and then stop reading it. So that's an option. And then last but not least, another option that I have before going to the library. These are the only 4 books that I physically own that are on my May TBR. But like I said, I'm about to go to the library and get like 5 more. So The Truth Won't Always Stay Buried. This is Ophi's Ghost by Justina Ireland. I really want to get into this author's backlist. Ophelia Harrison used to live in a small house in Georgia countryside, but that was before the night in November 1922 and the cruel act that took her home and her father from her, which was the same night that Ophi learned that she could see ghosts. Oh? Now Ophi and her mother are trying to survive Pittsburgh, working as maids in Daffodil Manor, a place haunted by memories and prejudices of the past, and as Ophi discovers ghosts as well.
I came in here to give my sister a hug.
Knowing me, I'm probably going to bring the Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat to the picnic with me. Because that just sounds so good. That really sounds like what I'm in the mood for, and I'm really looking for more books written by POC authors that I could recommend in my summer book recommendations video. And if you guys have any summary books that I should read, please let me know. But yeah, those are the books that I could probably be reading over the span of this vlog. But as of now, I'm gonna grind out the rest of this book so that I can start something new in the morning. give y'all a haul on what we got from Whole Foods. Mochi, which I'm about to demolish first. Greek salad. I also got an Olipop. This is the watermelon lime flavor. I've never had an Olipop before, so I don't really know what those taste like, but okay, I'm out the shower now. I wanted to show you something that I've been working on for a few months now that I haven't shared because it really wasn't finished, but now I feel like it's kind of finished, but I want to show you what it is. I obviously washed my hair, and earlier today I read the first chapter of The Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat. Y'all, if this book don't remind me of my granny house. I created an Amazon storefront finally where I have all of my book recommendations, all the books that I love on here. I do not have the books that are on my TBR because I really try to recommend only books that I have read and loved and can vouch for. So basically I made a storefront. Obviously I'm going to be adding to this as I continue to find more books, but I pretty much organized them by genre. I also have like things like my favorite tea, my kettle, and some gold jewelry, just random stuff that I also wanted to include on here just in case y'all are looking for it. And like also extra things that I love, like highlighters, the notebook that I use, the earphones that I use, the picnic blanket, any type of clothing and vinyls that I buy will all be on this Amazon storefront. And also all of my book recommendations organized by genre. We have nonfiction and memoirs, middle grade for all ages, because I'm a firm believer that everybody should be reading middle grades because you learn so much from middle grade books. I also have fantasy books to read on a rainy day, young adult, classics and modern classics, fiction picks, mystery, horror, and thrillers, and of course, romance. So say you're like, I'm in the mood for a really good romance book right now. You can click on my Amazon storefront and you can see all of my romance book recommendations that I recommend. If you watch the channel, you know which ones are like my absolute favorites, but I just have everything that I've read and enjoyed here. I don't have any books that I don't like on here because if I don't like them, I don't recommend them. So all of these books, I know for a fact they're good. And those are like all of my recs. Obviously, as I continue to read more books, I'm going to add to this and continue adding to these lists. But this is going to be linked in my link tree in the description box. So if you want to go shop from my Amazon storefront, I do earn a small commission from everything that you buy. So if you want to further support my channel, go ahead and buy something, queen. You're treating yourself and me. You know what I'm saying? Like, we locked in. Also, I did finally set up my Amazon wish list because that tends to be a little request from people. So here's my personal wish list. This does have more than just books on it because I also send this to my family, but it's all of the books that I've read and loved and haven't bought myself, or some teas that I want to try, a new kettle, guilty pleasure. And often I also put vinyls and stuff like that on here. So just random stuff that I want, but mainly books, obviously, that you can feel free to purchase me. It'll send it straight to my P.O. box. So yeah, if you want to send me something off my wish list, if you want to buy from my Amazon storefront, both of those will be linked in my link tree in the description box. So feel free. Thank you so much, queen. Also, another thing that I wanted to tell y'all, because this is a new addition to my YouTube channel layout. Basically, on my YouTube channel, this is my link tree, by the way. You have my story graph, my YouTube channel, the storefront, and the wish list. Basically, on my YouTube channel, I have added a section where I put all of my favorite booktubers, the people that I watch on a daily basis. We have Jamila B. Reading, love her. Rebecca, I've been watching her for like 3 years. Rosalie Kinsey, Shelby in the book club. Y'all, I could not recommend Shelby more. Like, she is like my recent booktube obsession. I have watched nearly all of her videos. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Please go watch Shelby, y'all. And she has the best book recommendations. She has such a variety of books that she recommends, and her taste is iconic. And then I also have, y'all know Chauncey. And if you don't know her, you should know her. Also, I have Brooklyn Book Bell. Love her. Recently discovered her also. Such good black romance book recommendations. She be coming in clutch for me. I'm not gonna lie. I had to make that Amazon wish list because of her. Anyway, yeah, that's all I want to show you. I want to show you my Amazon storefront, my wish list, and that addition to my booktube channel. As I continue to find more booktubers, I'll be adding to that section. Don't you worry. And yeah, hopefully that helps you find some book recommendations, find some booktube recommendations, and all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm done yapping. I'm gonna do a little bit more reading tonight as I dry my hair. If I dry my hair, I may decide to just sleep with wet hair because I'm kind of insane. It'd be like that sometimes. So I'm gonna continue reading. I am really enjoying this book so far. And I'm probably gonna watch Shelby as I do this. Okay, I'm getting ready to head to the library now. I have a few books on hold to pick up, and I also want to browse and look through some of the books like I was telling y'all earlier. I know I want to get James by Percival Everett, which I am not put on hold, and pick up the rest of my holds and see what else I see. Okay, I am here to end off this vlog. As promised, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a library haul. I've gotten some really exciting books. Please let me know if you guys have read any of these. I'm here with the library haul, and I'm here to do a final wrap up of everything that I read in this vlog and that I've started to read, my thoughts on my current reads, all of that fun stuff. So starting off with my library haul, the only book that didn't get here that's on hold that will probably be getting to the library tomorrow is Lone Women by Victor Laval. A woman with a past, a mysterious trunk, a town on the edge of nowhere, and a bracing new vision of the American West. The book is following Adeline Henry, who carries an enormous steamer truck with her wherever she goes. It's locked at all times because when the trunk opens, people around Adeline start to disappear. Okay, I've heard this book has a lot of subliminal messages about grief. That is what made me want to pick it up, because one of my favorite horror books, Bad Creep by Jessica Jones, is all about grief. It has so many subliminal messages. I would love to like read that in a book club and discuss it with a group of people, because so much is covered in that book and I absolutely adore it, and I thought it was so well written. But I've heard that this book kind of has subliminal messages like that, where it has multiple layers to the story and to what the book is saying. I got this recommendation from Shelby, of course, because I listen to everything Shelby tells me to read. Another recommendation that I got from Shelby, James by Percival Everett. I'm trying to get in my historical fiction era this year, along with my fantasy era, which I'll talk a little bit about one of the books that I started. Let's see what this one says. A brilliant reimagining of the adventures of Huckleberry Finn, both harrowing and ferociously funny, told from the enslaved Jim's point of view. Ooh. When Jim overhears that he's about to be sold to a man in New Orleans, separated from his wife and daughter forever, he runs away until he could formulate a plan. Meanwhile, Huck has faked his own death to escape his violent father. As all readers of American literature know, thus begins the dangerous and transcendent journey by raft down the Mississippi River toward the elusive and unreliable promise of the free states and beyond. Brimming with electrifying humor and lacerating observations that have made Everett a literary icon, this brilliant and tender novel radically illuminates Jim's agency, intelligence, and compassion as never before. James is destined to be a major publishing event and a cornerstone of 21st century American literature. This sounds too good. I might read this next. My mom has an audiobook of this, so we might be buddy reading this. This sounds so good. Like I said, this is another recommendation from Shelby. Shelby mainly reads historical fiction. That's her comfort genre. And I just know that she's gonna know what she's talking about because we have such similar tastes. So, I'll be reading that this month for sure. Along with Lone Women, because I'm so excited to read both of those. Those are probably what I'm most excited to read. Then I have Aphrodite and the Duke by J.J. McAvoy. I'm not sure who I heard about this book from, but I think Brooklyn Book Bell, Felicia, rated this book pretty highly on Storygraph. Let me double check before I say stuff I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, she rated this book 5 stars, which I trust everything that woman recommends. And I heard that this was kind of giving Bridgerton vibes, which I'm really trying to get into historical fiction, historical romance. I'm trying to get into that genre, so slowly but surely reading books of that genre. Aphrodite Dubell has always resented her name, while the members of the Ton and even the queen herself praise her warm brown skin, perfect curls, and exquisite features. Aphrodite can't help but think that living up to the literal goddess of beauty is asking a bit much. Her renowned loveliness certainly didn't stop the love of her life from jilting her and marrying another woman 4 years ago. Ooh. When Aphrodite's formidable mother summons her back to London to aid in her sister's debut, she has no choice but to acquiesce. But Aphrodite is determined to ignore one man in particular, Evander Eagleman, the Duke of Everleigh, the man who devastated her all those years ago. What? Yet why does her... Wait, is this second chance romance? Stop. Is this second chance romance? I might be reading this sooner than later. Y'all know I'm a sucker for second chance romance. It's one of my favorite tropes. Second chance romance, Grumpy Sunshine, and Slow Burn bury me with those tropes. Evander Eagleman lost his chance for true love, but now that he is an unattained widower, he is determined to win back Aphrodite's trust and her hand in marriage. But just as the couple makes strides to mend old wounds, Evander's true reasons for rejecting Aphrodite threatens their coveted future and even their lives. Okay. This sounds promising. It sounds like it has all my favorite tropes. It sounds like it's going to be juicy and keep my attention. And it's a pretty good size for a romance book. 369 pages, which is a very good size for a romance book. Not too long, not too short. I'm excited. This is a trilogy from what I know, so if I enjoy this one, I'll be reading the other two very soon. Very soon. Last but not least, I decided to go ahead and get the physical of When I Think of You by Maya Ariel. I already read the synopsis of this one to you earlier, so I'm not gonna read it again. But I'm very excited to read this. I'm definitely gonna be reading these 3 along with Lone Women this month. Hold me to that. I'm gonna read them this month. And I also want to read book 4 to the Veronica Speedwell series this month. It is May 17th. So, I mean, there's not that much of the month left for me to be adding 17 different books to my TBR. But nevertheless, that is what I've decided. Now, in terms of a wrap-up, everything that I read in this video, let me go get the other book. Hold on. I finished book 3, A Treacherous Curse by Deanna Raybourn, which is the 3rd book in the Veronica Speedwell series. Like I said, I want to hopefully get to the 4th one this month. Every time I stop reading these books, I miss them so much, and I can't wait to read the next one. Like, I was like, I'm going to take a little break from this series. And literally a day later, I was like, okay, I'm ready for the next one. So I'll probably be reading book 4 sooner than later. Like I've said about literally all these books. I enjoyed this one. All of these books are such a joy to read. I think my favorite out of the series so far is book 1, just because it's incredibly nostalgic to me. Like, I genuinely want to reread that book over and over and over again. So I really enjoyed this one. So far, book 1 is my favorite, but I also adored book 2. This one I didn't love as much as book 2. But I've heard that book 4 is like everybody's favorite out of the series. We'll see. We'll see what my thoughts are. Like I said, I'll be making a whole separate vlog for that entire series. And then I got about 70 pages into The Supremes at Earl's All You Can Eat by Edward Kelsey Moore. This book is so good. This reminds me of those week-long sleepovers I used to have at my granny's house, and her friend group and her church, just all of the drama that goes on at church. And it's just such a good book so far. It's basically following a group of church ladies. I'm pretty sure I read the synopsis of this one to you also, but it's following a group of church ladies that go to this restaurant every single week called Earl's All You Can Eat. And these women, I think, are in their like late 50s, early 60s. They're kind of reflecting on the entirety of their lives. They are kind of really coming to terms with what their life is now, whether or not they're happy in their circumstances. There's scandal in here, y'all. The church drama is crazy. There's like infidelity and a lot of kind of spiritual things going on, because Odette, our main character, can see ghosts, and her best friend, well, one of her best friends that is also being followed in this book, is having very odd dreams. And I don't know if it's just Odette that can see ghosts, but so far some other characters have started to see these ghosts. I wasn't expecting that aspect of it, so it's kind of a little bit of magical realism, just a little bit. But it's so good. This is what I mean when I say do it for the culture. Because this book is so cultural and so nostalgic. I am going to probably read a good chunk of this book tonight, because I am thoroughly enjoying it. And then last but not least, I haven't told you this in this vlog yet because I really started it today. I have started re-listening to The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by Shannon Chakraborty. I started listening to the audiobook and I'm 27% through, which means I've listened to 4 hours and 34 minutes. I only listen to my audiobooks on 1.5 times speed because I'm not one of you girls that can pay attention to 2 times speed. I decided to pick this up again after seeing Sarah read that recent what I read this week and stuff, and she was talking about this book and she said she absolutely adored it. And I was listening to it and I wasn't able to finish it in time, so the library took it back politely. And I rechecked it out recently because I really wanted to, what is going on? Because I really wanted to continue reading it because I was really enjoying it. It's following a retired pirate who is now in her mid-40s, I want to say, and she has retired because she's like, I can't live that life anymore. I've got a daughter. I gotta take my life seriously now. And somebody tracks her down and asks her to find her kidnapped granddaughter and pretty much lures her out of retirement. So Amina, who is a pirate, has decided to get the gang back together for one last hurrah, find this kidnapped granddaughter, and bring her ship home. And it has been such a fun ride so far. I love how humorous this book is. This book literally feels like I am in a fantastical pub somewhere, drinking ale and listening to a pirate ramble about their adventures. It's fun. I'm having a grand time. And I really plan to finish this book this week, hopefully. It's so fun. It's so fantastical. It's so whimsical. And if y'all don't know, my favorite fantasy type of character is pirates. I absolutely adore pirates. The one way you can convince me to stop everything I'm doing and read a fantasy book is by telling me there's pirates in it. I don't know what it is about pirates. I adore them. I'm like, that should be me. In another lifetime, I was probably a pirate. At least I hope so. Anyway, those are the books that I read in this vlog. The books that I'm currently reading. I think I'm going to start either James or Lone Women after I finish these books that I'm currently reading. I'll be posting a new video every Friday. Like, I put in my community tab that I'm changing my posting schedule from Wednesdays to Fridays, just because Fridays work a little better for me in terms of my editing schedule. And yeah, so hopefully I'll be seeing you in my next video. That's all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm pretty sure this video is probably like 35 minutes long because I can't stop yapping. We made it all the way to the end. Leave an open book emoji. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, my Amazon storefront will be linked in the description box. My Amazon wishlist will also be linked down below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. You're special, you're kind. I love you. Have the most amazing week. Make sure you go to the library. Make sure you go to the park. Bye.